Hey everyone, thanks so much for joining me. So I wanted to bring you another video. Um, Take what resonates and leave the rest. This is a timeless reading, so it could have already happened, could be happening now, could happen in the future. Um, you can use this as a manifestation reading. All you need to do is claim this for your own. We all have divine masculine and feminine energies in our bodies. So, we have masculine and feminine energies in our bodies. And so sometimes I'll say divine masculine and I mean divine feminine and vice versa. So use those terms as they make sense in your situation. I get my information from God and from the Holy Spirit. I don't use any cards or anything. Um, if you would like to work with me, my information is in the description below. Um, Astrology readings, twin flame stuff, and more. Trying to think if there's anything else. If I leave something out, I will try to sprinkle it into this reading. So let me just go ahead and get into the reading. So one thing that divine masculine might have been doing lately is focusing more on what he potentially left behind, because I was talking about this in other readings. There might have been a time when divine masculine thought, he was in a player energy. He thought he had all the time in the world. He thought um, he could do anything that he wanted. He was on top of the world, basically. And recently, what I think has happened is he got a rude awakening from the divine feminine who said, "Time's up. You playing games. You've been playing games for a long time, and this is over for me. Time is out." And I think divine masculine did not see this one coming, and I think he really got his heart broken, um, and not on purpose, but it was so much time, so much patience that divine feminine was giving that she was heartbroken also. And it could be the other way around. Divine masculine could have been patient and divine feminine was playing around thinking that she had forever. And you know whatever happened, that divine feminine or divine masculine pulled their energy back and said, "Time is up. You've been playing around for too long. What are you doing?" And empty words are not enough anymore. I've been talking about your Uranus or Uranus, Mars, and Jupiter in retrograde, and it's really been a lot of reflecting on ourselves and seeing, what relationships are good for us and which ones are not, where we need to spend our time. Do we need to be on social media? Do we need to be on technology? Do we need to just get off those things and read a book and focus more on in person instead of being online all the time, and just pulling our energy back so that we could really rest, rejuvenate, um, and focus on the things that are important in our lives. Some of us, some divine masculine and divine feminine, you've been putting work into different projects, and those projects might be paying off for you. So you might be getting generational wealth pouring in on you right now. Some of you might be having kids, could be multiples, twins, triplets, we don't know. But we see a lot of abundant energy. This is your time. So it's a great time. Even if you felt like you wasted years, you did not waste anything. You didn't waste any time. Whatever it was, you were preparing for what is next. And it looks like you have an amazing um, relationship coming in that could turn into something so much more than you ever expected, because maybe you were bummed. You were kind of down because you said, "I thought that was the one. I spent so much time and energy investing in this person, and it turns out they were just playing, or they weren't ready. They could have told me a long time ago, but they didn't. But they thought they had more time." And now you're saying, "No, you don't have any more time." And I think that's pulling that person who really wanted to be with you in the first place to come back and really reevaluate the situation and see, wait, I made a mistake, I was wrong, and they knew when they were doing it, this is going to run out, time is going to run out, and they just kept saying, nah, I got more time, I got more time. And it turned out that you pulled the rug from under them because they were not expecting what happened to them. And I feel like the energy that they're in now is just quiet reflection. Like, did that just really happen to me? Did I just make the wrong choice? Because I feel like they would pride themselves on being the type of person that they don't play games. Usually they're the ones that are serious. And I feel like for once, maybe, this, we've been talking about this, but like the twin flames, the mirror souls, the ones that are mirroring you, because maybe you also felt like there are times when you're wasting time or not putting enough time, attention, energy into things. You felt like you could have did more work, and now you're on it, you're actually doing the work. And now you felt like the other person was in a little energy of messing around, and you're saying, we spent years going around and around, I'm not going around and around with you anymore. Which might be why this thing feels like maybe a boomerang, and the person that you pushed away and kind of shut down your energy on is saying, wait a minute, and they just kind of came back around to see if they could get you back, because they know that you and them are meant to be together, that you're supposed to be with each other, but you are not going to keep playing games. And they feel like maybe it gave them the wake up call that they needed, because they needed to focus. That they felt themselves like, okay, I'm getting a little out of hand. And I feel like nothing can get you back in shape or back under control like someone pulling their love away from you when you really are in love and you really are invested and you really think this is the one. But sometimes you get lost, and sometimes you need someone to set boundaries on you so that you can actually turn around and do the thing that you know is in your heart, that you know is right. Now, for some, I've been talking about it, the glow up is real. You've been looking amazing, your energy is wonderful, or you're getting your energy back up, you're getting rest, you're relaxing, um, and you look amazing. People are staring, a lot of people are jealous and envious of you. There's a lot of stuff going on, but seeing you're on top of your game, that the generational wealth is pouring into you, you're getting opportunities, or this person is kind of sitting back and watching. You were successful before, but it's like, ramped up, and now it is on 10. And they're like, whoa, how could this person that I was with, they're doing great, but how can they be doing so much better, looking so much better, feeling so much better, more energized? They're doing all these things that they said that they would do, because some people keep their word, right, and do the things that they say they're going to do. And they feel like even though they're doing great things too, they're like, I'm not doing what they're doing, or we should have been doing this together. And now they feel like, did they miss the opportunity? Did they mess up? Too bad. Are you going to take them back? And so the thing is, you have someone new that's pursuing, that is interested, that is, investing. They're serious. They came to the table ready. They wanna make it happen. They've been looking for someone. You've been looking for someone. And I was saying this. A lot of people might say something different, but you can have more than one twin flame. And so it feels like that person was saying, but how could the love be so strong? And now you found someone else, but there's a possibility that you can find another twin flame. And so you can have, if you can imagine, like a blob that's a soul, and it got cut into like 6, 8, 10 pieces, whatever. And so those 10 pieces get scattered all around and agree that, they'll meet up again, that they'll be together again. So you feel like you're missing half of your body or part of your body. And then when you find another mirror soul or twin flame, you feel like, oh, how is this happening? Because you thought that you found one, and you could have, and then you can find another one. And I think the energy that you're in is attracting so much to you. And one of those unique things can be that once you do connect, then I think your pull is so strong that you can, pull in another one pretty quickly. It's sort of like, how people say it takes you a while to find your soul tribe. And then once you like lock in the energy, it's so magnetic and can pull more stuff into you. That's my theory. I've never heard anyone speak about it, but that's the information that I get from God, that once your energy is at a certain level, you're attracting things on that level or in that, dimension. It's so different, but the things that you can pull in, the things that you can attract to yourself are so amazing and so far out. And people are like, there's no way you can't get struck by lightning twice, but in a certain energy, yes, you can. So, you might have heard it here for the first time because I haven't really heard anyone talk about stuff like that. But I'm not really sure. But I think what's important for you is that you do just be mindful that the old twin flame might come back and this new twin flame might be here. You have to decide, do you want to start over with someone? Do you want to invest in a new person? How do you want to do that? Or do you want to, walk away from this person that you spent years with and you know who they are and you know that there are many amazing things about them, that there are things that they needed to tweak? Do you feel like they can change? Do you feel like they're ready now? What do you think? Do you think that they're only doing this because they saw you with someone else and they're just not wanting you to get away? And but you knew that they loved you in the first place, so it can be very challenging for you to think about things like that. But these are things that you must consider. But again, watch, read, listen to things that are going to lift you up, that are going to energize you. Continue, I would say, to glow up, invest in things that um, are going to help you, in relationships that people are going to reciprocate in, and they're going to also pour into you the same way that you are pouring into them. And now we know that sometimes there are ebbs and flows. Sometimes you give more, sometimes they give more, but it is even in the end. And so just take your time and think about this. Do you want to start over with someone new, like I said, or do you want to go back to the other person, because the other person is going to likely chase you because they know who you are. In a lot of ways, they don't completely know you, like no one completely knows you, but they know you enough to know that they would be foolish to let you get away and be with someone else. And they know this one is going to work because they know how good it was between the two of you. And if you walked away from that, you're only going to walk away for something better. And that's the thing that I think for a lot of us as twin flames and mirror souls, we know the way that all of that we operate pretty much is like, you're not walking away to have a basic relationship. You're walking away because the thing that you're walking into is something better. And I feel like it's not that they don't want you to have better, it's that they know how good it is with you. And they know that, oh, they would be devastated to find that you actually did this, the thing that the two of you were supposed to do, but you did it with someone else because they couldn't step up to the plate and be who they are. They just thought they had more time. All right, so thank you so much for joining me. As always, I say happy lightning fast manifesting. I want to bring you some more videos soon. And I will talk to you next time. All right, love y'all. Bye for now.